led me into, the sex industry.
In your mind, you're like, I'm just two different people.
I was kind of dating somebody, and then I just found out he lied about his age. And I have mommy issues and daddy issues. So.
Okay, ladies, you saw my first video on the podcast with the young ladies and Miss Candace Owens, and we are keeping that same energy, and we're going to continue on with this conversation. So let's get into it.
So it's acting for me, to be honest with you. And then at home, I cook, I clean, I will do all the things of wifely duties, or, and I'm happy. They're happy.
So you're basically just, in your mind, you're like, I'm just two different people.
I am. I definitely am. Sabella and Etienne are two completely different people.
Keep it a bean.
What?
In the club.
Huh? In the club? I'm Sabella in the club.
Right.
At home,
and what are
Etienne.
Sabella's values?
Does Sabella smash in the club?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely.
Never did.
Not the cap.
Not but one time.
Shut up.
Back room? Nothing?
Never. No. Never. Ever.
All right, Sabella.
Never.
We gonna find out whole facts.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Make a phone call?
Go ahead.
In the office?
Go ahead.
She one of them? All right,
Go ahead.
nigga. Who y'all?
You want me to call? Oh, y'all took my phone. But no, I've never done anything like that.
Oh, no, and that's cool. I already said that you're putting your career first, which is fine. I'm just wondering if you're okay with the quality of man that's going to be left for you at the end of the road when you're done with your career and you're done prioritizing that.
I have dealt with both shitty men and quality men. So it's like I've experienced both. And because of who I am, they understand that this is her career. This is what she chooses to do to make money.
If she's experienced both quality men, why has nothing worked out for her? Because she's making it seem like I get men all the time and they come through and they understand I make them comfortable. But why hasn't it worked out? Why has no one wiped her up? Why not though? Since she's being so forthcoming, she's putting everything out there. She's doing everything it takes to make them, feel comfortable. What's wrong? I mean, to have this amazing woman, she's willing to dance, she's doing whatever it takes to make them feel comfortable. So then why not be married? Why not? I wonder what the answer to that question is. I really wish I could ask her that. Ask her, since, she had a fiance, she's experienced both ends of the spectrum, then, why aren't you married yet? What's up?
But she's a completely different person with me. It's not airs, it's not fronts, it's not I'm trying to get your money, it's not nothing.
Can you remind me how old you are? 27, did you say?
I'm 29.
29,
yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you, how old were you?
Shut up.
26.
26. And you said man first?
Yeah, if I have a man, yes.
Yeah, if you can find one, you would put marriage first.
It's not fine, but I guess. But yeah, I would. I would put that first, yeah.
What would be a better word than fine?
I don't know. It just makes me seem like I'm out here in the streets.
I was. I don't think there's any shame in wanting to find a guy, man, wanting to find a relationship. I feel like people.
You should be looking
for you two, do you guys think that you need to actively find a man, or are you just going to find you? Just out of curiosity.
For me, you can find me. I'm fine
They gotta
with my
find you?
dog.
Okay,
I'm fine with
same
my
for you?
I would like a guy to put in the initial effort. Yeah, but I would. But I don't think I've ever just gone after be the what's it called?
You've never actively seek the man.
go-getter.
Okay.
Options though, right? You have options going out, dating stuff. So just choose a good one.
Well, yeah. So I was kind of dating somebody, and then I just found out he lied about his age.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Red flag.
Damn.
How old? Like it's too young?
No. He told me he was 36, and I just found out he's 50.
Shit.
He's just really good at dyeing his beard all the time. And
Does he do tattoos?
no.
Where did you grow up?
In Dallas.
Okay.
Or actually, I
And
moved
when did
around
you
a
get
lot.
into the business?
Well, since I got kicked out of school, so if you're at, I don't have I didn't have a dad, but I went to college. I had a 4.0 and a full ride scholarship, and I was doing really well, but got kicked out for a joke I made, and then that led me into the sex industry, and it's just for me as a means to an end. It's the only thing I knew what I could do to make some money. So.
And how does that impact, I guess, your relationship with your mom? Does she know you're on OnlyFans or no? Well, she does now. Hey, Mom.
They're very country. They're not gonna know what this is. I hope.
If they speak English, they might put it together.
My little brothers watch the show though, so
They do.
Yeah.
Okay. So, would you think your mom would be?
No, she wouldn't like it, but
She would understand.
I think she just wants me as long as I'm in her life and
Was she
have a
your
relationship.
friend growing up?
She was in and out. I have like mommy issues and daddy issues. So,
Holy.
but but like now, yeah, I see her more of as a friend.
This is like a cautionary tale, and this is one of the reasons why I feel like we should not try to be the friends of our children, because she's not very concerned with what her mom will think of her choices or what she would say. And she thinks because after all, when you're talking to your friends or your peers, who cares what they think? It's my life. I do what I want. And that's essentially what you would think about your own mother, because ultimately you see her as a peer and not as someone over you. You don't care that you've disappointed her in any kind of way. And then the mere fact that she's talking only of her mother, it's another testament she did not have a father growing up. I think most of those ladies at the table, mine is Candace Owens, I don't know, and I think there's another woman, she had on something a little bit more modest. I believe with those exceptions that they maybe have not experienced a man in a positive light in their lives. They make these choices and they take on these occupations because of the absence of a man, and they don't realize how much it's impacting them and how it's actually impacting their choices and their livelihoods and everything. Much like with a young boy, when he hasn't received what he needs, there is that little boy always inside of him waiting to be fulfilled. I think the same is true for young ladies, where there's a little girl inside of us. You know, there's a little girl that wants to be embraced, or a little girl that wants to be handled with care and love, unconditional love. And because we never quite experienced it, because we never have that father figure in our life, we're constantly looking for it in the wrong places. So I think this is just a testament to that point with these young ladies at this table. Excuse me. All right, let's keep going.
But she's very religious and very like that, so I don't talk to her about everything. I don't know. But I'm sure she wouldn't be happy about it, and she wants me to find something better, but doing what I can.
And you feel like you have to do it for financial reasons? Or did you just want fast money? Because I feel like you could get a job if you were like, I want to be a bartender. Like, I mean, you're young, you're attractive, you don't have to do OnlyFans, right? Like,
I don't know what
I was crazy broke, and I never sold my body. So I feel like now people keep saying they have to, but I want fast money and I want to be able to pay rent, sort of a thing.
I want to be able to pay rent, but what else would I do that's going to make me the same amount? And I don't make
it's not going to make you the same amount.
The key here is same amount. You're not going to make the same amount. Actually, there's a lot of careers out there. There's a lot of things that you can do that actually makes a lot more than but it's just that you don't want to do those things. I've seen advertisements, or I've seen where people pick up trash and they can make thousands of dollars in a weekend, because these are less desirable jobs, but they're very much needed. So when you have a space and there's a need for it, there's a demand, and you can make quite a bit of money. You just have to get creative. Where if you were adamant and you were like, I'm absolutely not going to sell my body, I'm absolutely not going to take this route, I'm going to find another way, you would get very creative as far as what you are willing to do. That's just what we all will do. I'm absolutely not going to be a crop farmer. I'm not going to go and pick cotton. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to find something else to do with my time. So then you absolutely refuse to go and pick cotton. You just won't do it. You will find some other means, some other way. And that's what these young ladies, instead of saying they have to do this, there's no other choice, there's no other option, you just got to get really creative and try your hand at everything until you find what could work for you, that you can make a little bit of money. I'm not saying that's going to be easy. I'm not saying that, because, hey, my husband and I, straight out of university, we finished and we moved to Atlanta, which was a very expensive city for two college students, leaving a very insular, a very small community, small town, and going for the city. It was very expensive and we had to really claw our way through building a business, building a family, all those things, and it was not easy. At every turn we had challenges. Some days we didn't have the means for an apartment, but we had to make it work. So yeah, those days do come. Those days, those times, those moments where you just have to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and keep it pushing. Absolutely. But when you're adamant and you're just certain that you absolutely won't go this way, then you will find another way. Absolutely. So I agree with this particular comment Candace was making.
So I make a regular amount and I make enough to get by. And even, I don't know, I watched my mom struggle growing up, and I saw her do all the normal jobs, and she didn't sell her body and all that, and she like struggled a lot. So I really just kind of was like, I'm doing almost anything, those OnlyFans, I don't know, and to not end up like that. And like,
I think that watching our parents in different capacities has truly impacted us as a generation. Some people say, oh, I hate the way I hate the way she used to beat on me with this extension cord, a shoe, anything she could find, she would just hit me, so I would not beat my children. So then you refuse to chastise your child because of the way that your mother beat you. Okay. Or I saw my mom struggling. She pinched pennies. I didn't like it. It wasn't fair. I'm going to do whatever it takes to not find myself in that position. Or I don't like my father and how he did this, and so I'm not going to do that. And we find we are literally making our decisions based on maybe the shortcomings or the pitfalls that we watched our parents go through or happen to them, or things that happen to them. While this can be a motivator, it oftentimes is very detrimental, because we're not basing that decision on a principle. We're basing it on our emotions and our feelings, and we don't realize it at the moment. We don't realize that we're making very resolute, permanent decisions based on what we endured as a child at the hands of our parents. But it's not founded on a principle. It's not founded on a belief. It's founded largely on our personal feelings. And that in lies the pitfall, or the short end of the stick, when we are making that decision. Now, if we arrive at a conclusion that we're not going to do this and that, and it's based on a principle, that then that situation or that trauma, that thing that impacted us, only solidifies our intent, only solidifies the decision that we arrived at to be different than our parents. But it's largely based on our belief and not on our emotions, and our feelings are just kind of lining up with that belief. So it's very important that, and it's so easy to judge our parents, judge their situations, judge their circumstance, but we have to wait until we're much older. We can kind of understand all the situations and circumstances surrounding it. We have to understand their lack. We have to understand their mindset. We have to understand the things that they've gone through and how maybe they arrived at that place or that point in their life. So it's a lot more than our young minds can process in the moment when we make such permanent decisions. So right here you have this young lady. I saw my mom. She had difficulties. I didn't want to go that same way. I'm willing to do whatever it takes, and this is my path. I'm going to make fast money. I'm going to make what I need. I'm not going to struggle. And now you're making all these decisions because that emotional impact that you had watching her. It's very easy to fall into that. And I can understand how we get there. We just have to be careful that we don't succumb to these thoughts and these feelings when we're trying to fashion our own lives or make our decisions can be detrimental. Because now she's positioned herself when she doesn't know that she's actually harming herself instead of positioning herself to do better. Yes, she's making more money. Yes, maybe she's not struggling the way that her mother did. But is she better off than her mother? Is she truly better off, or is she worse off? I want to hear from you guys. Do you think she arrived at a different place now that she has a little bit more than her mother when she watched her growing up? What do you think? Do you think that she made the right choice, or she, her fortitude for how she's going to do better, be better? She went to college, she had a scholarship, all these things going for her, but yet she still chose this path. How do we find ourselves here regardless of such a sparkling and shiny beginning? Let me know what you think, how she ended up in this place. And if you yourself have gone through this as well, where you're just adamant you're going to do things differently than your mom, and you find yourself being very similar to her, or maybe understanding her when you get older. I certainly know that I've understood some of my mother's choices as I've gotten older. I did not justify some of her choices. I did not all of a sudden agree with all of her choices, but it just made me understand her a little bit more, maybe consider a little bit more, having a little bit more mercy towards her, having understanding, being patient, more forgiving, just by growing and maturing, having my own children, my own marriage. I have been at a place where I can understand some of her choices. I can understand some of the outcome of her doing things that I didn't think were favorable for us when we were younger. But nevertheless, I did not fashion, or I did not choose who I would become based on her shortcomings, based on what I absolutely wasn't going to do, how I absolutely wasn't going to be like her.
Like literally being homeless and dumpster diving and all that. Yes, I would rather do OnlyFans than. So I think I just have that fear. I watched my mom do all the regular jobs, and
Candace, in your opinion, why do you think women resort to OnlyFans when they have other options?
Well, so the first thing I would say is that I do see this trend. That's why I always ask about whether you grew up with a dad, because usually the answer is no. And I think that definitely matters. And they do have other options. I think the problem is that, especially when you're young, you just want fast money. And I don't think they realize that they're making, this is money up front, but is going to cost you when you get older. It's like doing a deal with the devil, right? Where it's like up front, everything's gonna look great, and then you're gonna trip over near 30, and you're gonna realize the men, the options, and also, by the way, when you're on OnlyFans and selling, your body's only gonna go in one direction. Like you are a stock that is just declining with age, right?
If you ever want to know what you have the potential to look like, it's easy. Look at your mother. Look at your mother. If she's overweight, how she gained weight, how she looks. Look at your mother. That is your potential. I'm not saying that that's where you're going to go or how you're going to go, but that's where you can go, especially if you're not taking care of yourself. If you're drinking, you're smoking, you don't have a healthy diet, you don't exercise regularly, you're not doing the things that's going to keep you youthful and young, so you don't know that there is an invisible clock ticking. And then the one wrong thing that happens, maybe an accidental pregnancy, a bout of a stomach bug, anything that can happen to you that kind of throws your body off, and now you're not losing weight as easily as you used to. You're not feeling as young and vibrant, and then as a result you start being a little bit more lazy. Then you start putting on weight, and you can't get this pouch that's on your stomach, or now you got guns. It unravels very quickly, and oftentimes it's like in your 30s, when you hit 30, your body immediately starts to change. I mean, you have the benefits of youth, your teens, your 20s, and you just feel like it's never going to change. But then when you hit 30, everything changes. Your body, your hormones, everything just kind of adjusts. It shifts into a different state of being. You've never experienced this era before. You've never experienced this. This is a new place for you. And so you don't know how your body's going to change. You don't know the hormones that's going to become imbalanced. You don't know the precise amount you can drink or not drink so that you don't gain weight. And you don't know that yet. You've actually walked as a teenager and in your early 20s longer than you've been in your 30s, because you would have just hit 30. So you have to discover your body all over again. You have to find what works for you all over again. You have to discover what doesn't work for you all over again. Some people even develop allergies that they never had before. Some people have sinus issues. Some people, all of a sudden, they can't stomach lactose anymore. Some people can't have pasta. Some people become allergic to nuts. It's crazy how the body can shift in a moment. And sometimes it's just the environmental things, the fragrances, the perfumes, the cleaning supplies, the laundry detergent, all these things that we use on a day-to-day basis, washing our clothes, cleaning our houses, spraying our car, using scented candles. All those things can create imbalance in our bodies, and we don't even realize or know that new fragrance plug you put in your room is really causing headaches. It's really upsetting your body. Or maybe they changed an ingredient inside of something that you've been eating all the time, but you haven't checked the ingredient list, and so now your body's off. Now you're gaining weight, and it can happen so quickly. So we don't always have the benefit of youth. The reason why you are young, and the reason why a man should marry a woman while she's young, is because it's her more attractive state. It's her more, like, you can lure a guy with that youth, that beauty, but as that starts to go away and wane a little bit, and not as perky as you used to be, firm and all those things, and then maybe it's not so easy to attract what you used to attract. But you were supposed to already be married by the time you hit your 30s. It is a very risky and it's a high risk game that these young women are playing with their bodies and with their state of being, if they think that they can use all of their youth to make money, fast money, have this and that, a bag. Bags are beautiful, and if you have it, you should go buy it. Absolutely. I I have nothing against spending money on things that you absolutely like. I happen to have very expensive taste. Whenever I pick something up, I'm like, ooh, that's going to cost. That's going to hurt. Let me put that back. So then I will allow myself to splurge here and there. I will save my money so I can go and get that one item. You absolutely should splurge on yourself and get the things, because ultimately, what is life for if you cannot enjoy the fruit of your labor? So you work hard, you want to play hard, you want a beautiful bag, nice shoes. I'm just saying that you maybe have to have it in moderation. You maybe have to plan for it. You maybe have to save for it. But you absolutely don't have to sell your body for it so that you can have those things. And then again, if you're able to attract a man who wants to give you those things, or you attract a man, you tell him, I like these things, he should be able to give you those things. But you don't have to use your youth to have those things so you can get them for yourself. And then in the future, you don't have any options. There are a lot of women out there roaming, and now when you look at them, you're wondering, where did these women come from? Because if you look back, you look at senior photos, yearbooks, all those things, you see nothing but young, vibrant, beautiful children. They don't look like their adult selves. They don't look busted and disgusted. They don't look like they would have a beer belly. They don't look like they would be these people. But those are the people we see roaming the streets. They evolved. And so these ladies are going to evolve as well. So we should not use our youth and our beauty on ourselves. We should absolutely be beautiful and use that to attract a man that endears him to us for the rest of our lives. And then as we begin to kind of loosen up a little bit, we have that security. We have that we've already locked down our future.
18-year-old that wants to put her boobies on the internet, and you're just not going to be able to bring in the money that you could. So, it's the youth, they say youth is wasted on the young. And I think that that's very true. I think there's a new environment where also the materialism that's on Instagram makes them want more before they have to work for it. They're just like seeing Kardashians and Jenners out there like spending with their thing, and they're like, I just want money. And that they're being raised online, and they don't have an example that shows them that like that's just a mirage, and it's going to come at just a severe cost. So it actually breaks my heart when I see
since bringing up the Kardashians, already their youth is kind of failing them a little bit, but you know what? They got the money to pay for plastics. They got the money to fix this, prop that, plug that, pump that. They got the money to kind of hang on to their youth. I would love to see them when they're much older. Look at their mother. She's beautiful. They all have gotten their beauty from her. I definitely think that she passed down the beauty gene to them. But what will come of it? What will come of all these beautiful women? I don't really foresee any of them maintaining a relationship, maintaining a marriage, maintaining anything for an extended period of time. I see them all kind of getting together, breaking up, much like what they've done already. How do you measure success? Because in some people's eyes who say that I want to be famous, I want to be rich, then I guess you guys can consider them successful. They definitely have the money. They've become famous. They've had several seasons of their show or whatever. Are they successful? Because I know that for the ones who ultimately want a family, they want children, they want security, they want that emotional security the other woman spoke of, they want that mental security, they want certain security that's outside of money. Are they successful? Do they have that peace of mind? Do they have someone solid on their side, on their team? Or are they just island floating, occasionally bumping into each other? But ultimately, they're by themselves. Is that success? I don't know. You guys tell me, what do you think success is? How do you identify a successful person, a successful marriage? Is it all about money? Do we measure success based on money? Because the moment the money fades, or the moment anything happens and the money goes away, what is left of that person? What is left of that situation? What is left when all the money is gone? It's very easily siphoned from celebrities, unfortunately. They can be sued for some reason. They can go bankrupt. There's many different things or reasons why they can all of a sudden lose their resource or their funds, and then there is no way to remake that or regain that income. And once that happens, what happens to them? What happens to who they were? What happens to their character? What happens to the people that you're idolizing and worshiping or hailing? Will they still be those amazing people, or will they succumb to the fact that they no longer have financial resources?
I know what's going to be on the other side of that. And
could I add something to that?
Sure.
I feel like, especially with social media, a lot of girls base their worth off of how fast they can get money with doing the least amount of work. And I mean labor work. That's like, you see it on TikTok all the time. It's like, oh, like I'm a Pilates princess, or I like, you know, go to Starbucks every day. And it's like, oh, but I don't lift a finger. And it's all these girls are now it leaves all these other girls to be like, oh, what do I have to do to make that kind of money without doing a lot of work? Because that would mean like, oh, I'm not worth like a lot. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's why OnlyFans is so, you know, popular.
So ultimately, it's about how you define your worth. If your worth is based on how much you can make an hour, you work at McDonald's and you only make $5 or $9 an hour, then you feel like maybe you're not worth as much as the next person. So you're valuing yourself based on the hourly wage that has been set by McDonald's. That's not exactly how a person's worth is defined or determined, but unfortunately, that's what a lot of young people have been taught. Based on what you can make an hour is how you gauge your worth. But once again, and it always points back to a family, it is your mother, it is your father that tells you alone are worthy. You alone deserve to be loved. You alone are worth someone loving you, someone appreciating you, someone adoring you, someone hailing you as their prize. You alone, not based on what you make or where you work or what you carry, what you wear, how long your hair is, how rich you are, how much money you spend on your weave. That is not what makes you worth it. Your character makes you worth it. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please share with me your thoughts and share your questions or your comments about how you define your worth. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye now.